Welcome back to another episode of the Hearthstone Report. Hope y'all enjoyed the last 2 days of JJ Entertainment because I'm back. Show's over. We're doing this together again. Again, apologies.
Judging by the comments, at least one person will be disappointed.
Who will be disappointed? Yeah. I think people really point out whenever it's JJ Entertainment because it's a special occasion. Yeah, apologies for not being there the last two days. Stressful stuff going on. Also sorts of organizational hassle. So. We could not find a time to record stuff together, but now we're back and we got a report, and just in time because Battlegrounds has gotten an update, and everybody's favorite game mode at the moment, obviously. That's almost exclusively what people are talking about.
Ladder is bullshit.
The ladder is awful right now. I haven't even looked at the meta for weeks. But
it's still Shaman.
Is it still Shaman Stone? Word has it, it's terrible. So we have 4 new heroes. Is that correct?
Yes, I have talked about those on Monday's report because they were leaked earlier. Yes. But now it's official. We're talking about them again because we don't have your opinions yet, and also, details.
Yeah, I just wanted to. This is a personal matter, but I won my first Battlegrounds game today. It's the first place, and I did it with the Demon Tribe. Morris, just saying, demons are good. So, moving on, we have Cindergosa.
Yes,
and Stay Frosty. At the end of a turn, Frozen Minions get a couple of. I like this. This looks not bad.
I'm gonna point this out again because I've seen. Under this article that we're currently looking at, people have been confused about this.
All right.
Frozen minions means if you freeze the tavern.
Yeah, of course.
Those are Bob's minions. Because there's literally like every other comment below this article is like, oh, since when can we freeze minions?
Of course. I mean, the frozen mechanic, that should be obvious, I think. I don't know. But yeah, that actually seems pretty good, especially in the late game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it incentivizes freezing more than anything else, really, although it did make sense to do it before, but
sometimes
it's now more incentivized with Cindergosa.
I mean, turn 1, for example, you'll definitely want to freeze because you're not that committed yet. So as you have like a full board and a strategy, you want to freeze a lot, I think. Looks interesting. We have Elise. I've heard that it's the entire League of Explorers except for Mr. Dude himself. What's Reno Jackson.
Yeah, they said they had some bugs with him that they are still working out.
So Elise has a passive hero power. When you upgrade a Bob's Tavern, get a recruitment map. So what's the recruitment map?
The recruitment map recruits a minion from your current tavern tier after upgrading Bob's Tavern.
Alright. I mean, that's a free minion. It's not bad.
So this very strongly incentivizes upgrading even more so than before. Yeah. There was always the thing when if you had something that really worked with what you were doing, there might be a reason to recruit on turn 2. Now there really isn't. Yeah. You upgrade on 2 and you get a tier 2 minion right away.
Yeah.
So you're paying 4 coins for a minion, which otherwise you need to reroll for anyways, and then you could only freeze. So this is really strong in the early game.
Yeah.
Falls off a little bit later, but since it incentivizes upgrading early,
upgrading that much.
Yeah, but I think it's still always going to keep the bonus a little bit because by almost always upgrading when you can because of this, you will be at a higher tavern tier earlier than a lot of other strategies will be. So you will still be ahead for quite a while till everyone is at 6.
I like it. Makes sense. We have Bran, the Bronze Beard.
After you play a Battlecry minion, give a random friendly minion +1/+1.
Now, I've seen this because I've played against him just today and when he was fresh to the set. I don't know how good this looks. I mean, the idea obviously is that, the Bran Bronze Beard does Battlecry stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think this isn't very bad. This incentivizes the whole buying Battlecry buffs and reselling them right away thing, even more so. Which is something that I've done before, and it does work out somewhat well. With like amalgam stuff, you can just buy like Vermin Sensei, Houndmaster,
you can get everything buffed up,
Toxfin, whatever.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, you're gonna get another +1/+1 somewhere.
It seems a bit underwhelming. I don't know if that's so strong as a hero power. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's definitely worse stuff there. And also, I generally like passive hero powers because there's no investment to using them.
That depends. I think some of the active ones, the more expensive ones, are also very strong.
I'm not saying the active ones are necessarily worse. I'm just saying this makes it more smooth to play it because you don't have
Jaraxxus or George are very strong.
Are you gonna hero power? Are you not? True. Like it's just very
and Finlay obviously with the same hero power as always. Give a not Divine Shield, but the picture is the same as always. Give a random friendly minion +1/+1 after you sell a minion, refresh this. So this seems just better than Bran, I guess. Very close.
No, because you take a coin to do effectively. If you're only buying and selling Battlecry minions, in theory,
Yeah.
then this is worse because it costs 1 extra coin.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a Battlecry minion, right?
No, it doesn't.
Just rotate
But
minions.
also, the buff can hit the minion you intended to sell, which, I mean, can happen with Brand 2 with hitting the Battlecry. I don't think it's horrible, but it's definitely one of the weaker ones of the ones, maybe even the weakest, not sure.
But I feel like Bran seems the weakest out of the bunch. I think Bran and Finley both aren't very strong. At least seems good because it dictates the strategy. And Cindergosa also I like, though it's a counterintuitive strategy. I mean, to a degree. I guess that it makes sense in the early game. I'm not sure. Depending on what routes you go down, how strong it's gonna.
I mean, the nice thing also is if you free stuff for triples, you're gonna get an extra +1/+1 on the triple too, and that kind of stuff. So. To compensate for the 4 new heroes being added, they've already said this before, they're gonna always keep it at the 24 heroes. So they, for the time being, removed King Makla, which is interesting because they just recently buffed him.
Yeah.
Giant Finn.
Alright, yeah.
Maleficent Manastorm.
Thank God.
And Lich Bazil.
No one cares.
Well, no, the point is they're removing the strongest and weakest heroes.
Yeah.
So that the power level is more even. So... people do actually care, somewhat.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And also, as some other balance changes, they made some cards available earlier and later. Primal Fin Lookout moved from tier 5 to 4.
That makes sense.
As well as Cold Seer moved from 3 to 2 to buff Murlocs.
Yeah.
Then we have Voidlord moved from 6 to 5 to buff demons a little bit. And Junkbot moved from 4 to 5 to make Max weaker.
That's definitely good. I like all those changes.
Yeah, I do too. In the most recent Battlegrounds video, I played a mainly mech strategy, and Junkbot is a good card.
Junkbot's a good card. But you know what's also a good card? If I knew the name, I'd tell you, but the 1/1 guy who gets +2/+2 whenever you play a demon.
Oh yeah, he's one of the new ones.
Ooh, boy!
Yeah.
I regularly get that guy to like 30, 30, 40, 40. And that's something. That guy's crazy.
Yeah, he is one of the reasons why the demons
and he's like a 1-star. He's like a 1-star card.
Yeah, but if you don't get him, you can't really run demons very well.
Yeah, I mean, you can still run demons because they all buff each other into eternity, and then they all have taunt and stuff. But it's definitely a very strong card.
And then some other minor things here. They made some adjustments to how the ranking system works a little bit, based on you now get less points when you start out, but more points later on. Yeah. They fixed some bugs. I don't think they're necessarily worth mentioning because it's bug fixes. Small stuff, yeah. And then they talked about how they are planning to make more changes and how they're also planning to actually finally implement the extra stats feature that you get if you buy 10 packs, which currently doesn't work. Currently isn't in there. It says it if you look at it like not available in beta. Right. They're also looking at adding more heroes in December, as well as the new King Begurgle for Murlocs as a card, as well as a Floating Watcher. For demons.
Floating Watcher. I like Floating Watcher. That makes sense.
Yeah, so...
that sounds really good.
If you want to know the details of those cards, Floating Watcher is an old card that has existed for a while. It's just, it buffs itself when damaged, and King Begurgle looks to be a Battlecry and Death Rattle buff for Murlocs.
For Murlocs.
Yes, he is also a Murloc himself, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty strong.
If you want to know the details about what we think he looks like, because we don't have any official confirmation of this, previous Hearthstone report 2 days ago.
Yes, sir. That JJ did by himself, JJ Entertainment, talking about all the new stuff, the new expansion-related releases, and so on. This was just an update on the Battlegrounds game mode, which...
And, of course, remember, card reveals start tomorrow.
Card reveal start tomorrow, which means that your boys is going to be on that with reports. Maybe not tomorrow, but we'll probably have a report by the weekend or so,
We won't talk about them every day they come out, but we'll talk about all the cards, definitely, and at a somewhat regular interval.
We also want to get some more Battlegrounds gameplay, and obviously over the next days and weeks until the expansion, but expect at least once a week report with all the card evaluations, discussions, so maybe twice even, but at least weekly. That should be doable, and we're looking forward to that. It's hype time, it's expansion time, so y'all know what that means. It's Hearthstone peak days, so TrashcanTV working 24/7 in the office, just trying to get the newest content out there, play as much as possible, research as much as possible, and we're looking forward to the Descent of Dragons, and that's going to be great. But until then, we'll play more Battlegrounds. Looking forward to that, and maybe get some W's on video, which we haven't done yet, right? Have you won one of those?
No.
So that's
but we're gonna show off the new heroes, of course, as well as the more balanced strategies now.
Even though I don't think I take Bran or Finlay if I got him.
But I'm just saying, like, we'll see some.
Yeah, we'll definitely see him being played. So expect another Battlegrounds tomorrow. So going right back to it because it's fun. It's amazing. So thank you for watching, everybody. That's already been the entire report. Please drop a like on this if you enjoyed it. That would be greatly helpful to us. And subscribe to TrashcanTV for all the upcoming content. You can go and join our Discord server. Link to that is in the description of this video, which you can click on that and I'll redirect you and stuff. So you can talk to us there and the entire community. Just hang out and talk Hearthstone. Which is always a fun time. And until the next video, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.